In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. For in him all things were created. Things in heaven and on earth. You are worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power. For you created all things, and by your will they exist and were created.
Tales that you don't even know my name. See, the unbelievable thing about the story I tell is that you don't even know my name.
Well, we're back at it. I'm after spring gobblers here in Ohio. It's my first time in the woods, and I'm taking the new Option 7 from Elite Archery with me. I'm super excited. I can't wait to get in the woods.
All right, it's morning number 4. We're here at my place, cruising over to the neighbors. I think these turkeys, instead of coming down, coming my way, are going over the ridge, around the corner, down to the neighbors. So we're gonna go try and cut them off. That's my strategy. I think this bird's doing the same thing every morning. At least he has the last 2. So that's the game plan. We're gonna cut them off. Got the decoys and the blinds already sitting there. All we gotta do is sneak in quietly and not bust them off the roost. Come along, it's gonna be great.
All right, well, the birds are starting to wake up, and suddenly this gobbler sounds off in the tree. He's not 100 yards away from me. I know he's gonna pitch down in the field I'm in. It's just a matter of time before he locks on my strutter decoy, and he's right in front of me. Well, I can hear this bird coming. I can hear his wings dragging on the ground. He's in full strut. He pokes around the corner of the blind, and he lays his eyes on Reggie. He is locked and ready for battle. Nobody attacks Reggie and walks away with a smile on their face.
Preparation is vital to success. But what is vital to preparation? For hunters, it's a high-quality, reliable target. That is why, at Walk On Archery, we have spent hours honing our skills and perfecting our methods to help you perfect yours. From practice to play, and from play to the stand, we're with you every step of the way. Because we don't just make targets, we make better hunters.
This segment of Created Outdoors is brought to you by Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bows.
All right, so I'm in the blind. I'm by myself. I'm my own cameraman and the hunter. And as soon as this arrow come off the bow, man, I knew it was a good shot. I watched the bird run off in the corner of the field with the arrow sticking out of him, so I knew I had great penetration. And I spin the camera around, and all of a sudden I hear these hens start putting and going crazy, and a coyote runs out in the corner of the field and turns around and runs right back in on the path that my gobbler ran in on. Guess who I didn't find? That's right, my gobbler. So I looked for this bird for an hour and a half, and man, I combed the woods. Good friend Greg Kolick showed up. He's gonna help me look for birds. He doesn't know exactly where I am, so he calls me on my cell phone, and as we're talking, an old gobbler sounds off on the ridge that I'm on. Since I knew that my chances of finding this bird were out, and the coyote did get the bird, I climbed back in the blind, hit the lynch mob mouth call a couple times, and two big Mac Daddies come running into the decoy. So being in the blind and being my own cameraman on this hunt, you know, when these two birds came in, I drew, and I held my draw for 1 minute and 47 seconds in full draw, and I'm using my elbow to move the camera to have the perfect angle. And when I shoot and I release, I'm so confident about where I'm hitting at. And man, turkeys have such a small, vital area for archery hunting. Man, and just sometimes the best day in the woods isn't measured by what you bring home. For sales and service you can count on, choose Vanderveer Chevrolet.
This segment of Created Outdoors is brought to you by Walk On Archery. We don't just make targets, we make better hunters.
All right, so a couple days have passed since I've shot these toms, and I take the Elite back out the next day, and I decide, hey, I'm going to try a different bow. I take the Impulse 34 out and have a bunch of jakes come in, 13 jakes come in and a gobbler just outside of range. Decide to move the blind to have a better idea where these birds are coming to, and now I'm set. Now I'm ready to get back after them, but this time I'm taking the shotgun.
All right, it's Tuesday, May 2nd. Just celebrated my little boy's birthday. Now Ryan Turner and I are having a family reunion. We're heading after longbeards. We're gonna try to pull a devil this morning. If it don't happen, we're still gonna chase them. Our goal is 2 birds today. Let's get it.
All right, so we're coming to the close of the season. It's rained and rained and rained. It seems like every day it's rained during turkey season. And take the shotgun out, get the decoys out early. We get in the blind to try to beat the rain, and it starts pouring. It's coming down in buckets, but hey, we got birds coming. They're just getting inside of range, and well, you'll have to see what happens.
Talk about action this morning. We have been covered up with birds. We got a gobbler coming and flying the decoy. There's no way I could have shot him because there was jakes behind him. Absolutely awesome. I had a nice buck come through in velvet. Just grazing, pulling out piles and piles of food. This is what it's all about. Close encounters of the 3 toes. Still got about 15 or 20 jakes down in the field in front of us. I need to get out and put a band-aid on my gobbler decoy. I think he's bleeding. awesome morning here. There's another huge batch of rain coming. 25-mile-an-hour winds. The blind is barely sitting here. It's blasting. It's crazy. So we're gonna bug out. We're gonna save our hunting days for days that are prime hunting days, not days where we're luck hunting. Can't hear them, can't do anything, so we're gonna pack up and bounce.
All right, hey, it's May 5th. The rain has stopped. Looks like tomorrow's gonna be clear. We're heading down to my property. We're gonna put some new blinds up and hopefully bust a gobbler in the morning. Come along with us. Man, it's so cool when you can pull into your own piece of paradise. 10 acres, 2 gobblers, 3 hens, standing in my yard, pecking through my new food plot. Totally awesome. Tomorrow morning we're gonna get on these birds. They gotta be roosted close. I know they're gonna come back, and we're gonna put the smack down on one.
Take a look back to your very first hunt. Who were you with? What were you hunting? In that very moment, your legacy began. Whether you know it or not, we all have a ritual. It may be that lucky pair of socks, or your routine before or after a hunt. Whatever it may be, trust that hunt to the most shootable and efficient bow ever developed. Honor the ritual.
We have been trusted on some of the most significant projects around the world. And now we're in the heartland of America. Our products dig deep, lift more, and stack higher with a warranty you can depend on. Soon you'll realize that trusting our quality changes the world. Check our website for a dealer near you. This segment of Created Outdoors is brought to you by Whitetails Unlimited.
Well, it's Saturday morning. We're here at the farm. We're getting ready to head out. We set the blind in the dark last night. The birds should be right around that neighborhood, so we're going to get after them. We made a good game plan. See if we can make it all come together. Come on, let's bounce out of here.
All right, so it's pouring. I mean, it's raining cats and turkeys. I mean, it's going crazy. This bird, I noticed just outside the left window is completely out of the wrong window to film out of. And I decide, you know what? If I can't hear them, they can't hear me, and I'm gonna rip the Velcro window open. And my buddy Dwayne that's with me just thinks I'm a total nut. So I rip the Velcro down off the window. This bird has no clue what's going on because it's raining so bad. And well, let's just say a gun barrel went out the window.
Right down my gun. What's that? Can you see him? Hold on. Do it. Did you get him? We masked him.
All right, so boom, the gun goes off, the turkey starts flopping. Man, he was 60 yards away. If the gun didn't kill him, the amount of rain that he inhaled, it drowned him out.
Oh, awesome. I'm hot. He is a wet bird. Awesome morning, man. We're kind of the point we didn't know if we were going to get it done or not. It's been raining and raining and raining here in Ohio. All those birds are still out in the field over there in the corner. We're calling and calling and calling. None of them's gobbling. Dwayne says, there's 2 birds in the corner of the field, 50 yards away. Kept getting hung up. We lost them. We thought they left. I leaned forward and looked out the window. I said, it's time to move the camera. So we did some shifting around, and I'm excited to see how Dwayne did. This is his first time ever filming a hunt, man. I'm so excited for you. And totally awesome, man. The Lord definitely blessed us this morning. Looks like we're having turkey for dinner. Well, anybody that knows, birds in the rain, yeah, they come to the fields, but they don't like to talk much, so you got to keep your eyes peeled. And we were so blessed that these birds came in, and curiosity did kill the turkey. All right, you know, when I was in the blind, and I knew I shot both those turkeys, like I knew exactly what I was aiming at. I knew that the arrow hit its mark. Man, you know, sometimes in life, you don't get what you're aiming at. You don't get what you're striving towards. And that's sometimes a hard thing to swallow, but sometimes on the days, the darkest and rainiest and dreary days of your life, God blesses you with something that only He can provide. Man, and that's just how my turkey season went in Ohio. And I love that the Lord can talk to me through His great outdoors, and that He gives me another story to tell.
Nobody, 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 nobody even knows my name.